So I am doing this video about being scared of our American ways being scattered to other parts of the earth. And let me tell you why. I know that everybody says, we love our country, we love our freedoms, we are a country that learns everything the hard way. Okay, so because there are no restrictions, because we have our laws that are kind of basic, but there are no moral and ethical laws that say that you can't, if you're a company, that you can't hurt your patrons. If they're willing to pay you for what they're offering, you can do whatever you want to them. The FDA says that they regulate. They don't really. They're still allowing cigarettes to be sold. They're still allowing 3,000 calorie meals to be sold at restaurants. They're still allowing portions that are way beyond a normal person portion to be sold in snack type restaurants. We have the big gulp and the super big gulp of the caffeinated drinks. We have things like these drinks that they say, they give you angel wings. Basically, they're going to kill you if you use them. They don't regulate. They're actually trying to legalize all kinds of drugs in our country. That includes heroin, crack cocaine. They're basically taking off the laws so that you can pretty much do what you want. And that might sound like it's a good thing when it's just you personally, and you're an adult and you've passed that point of not knowing that people are going to hurt you for money. But when you are raising children, and if you plan on raising any kind of children whatsoever, this is not the country for you. If you're planning on putting children out in the larger nest, you might think that you can protect them inside your home. You can't protect them once they leave that house. And if you're planning on using the public school systems and living in an area, and actually it's pretty much it's pretty much in any area now in the United States, they are in danger. They're in mortal danger. And these children, they want to believe that the world is good. They want to believe that God is good, that the people that are governing them are good, and that they would never put them in harm's way. But I can tell you that every business that's in my town right now is crossing the moral and ethical application of knowledge rule. Every single one. I haven't found one yet that isn't. And this is not the country that you want to be moving your children to. If you love your children, if you love and want to become a mother and father, this is not the country for you anymore. And right now, this is just not this is not the country to be in. And if I could find a safe place somewhere, I would. But I'm already an empty nester. My kids are already out there. They've already, one escaped to some degree of not being pulled in by the world to learn very dangerous lessons the hard way. One did not escape. And it is absolutely shattering to realize that you put your children in a place that is beyond dangerous. You might think that because we have running water, we have big houses, we have these places that look like we have all of these amenities, we pay for those things in hard lessons. And we're not a country that you should be doing what we're doing. You should be learning what catastrophes are happening because of what we've done. You shouldn't be looking at, they have all of these great things and these great houses, but you're not asking the right questions when you look at our country. You should be looking at what was the danger in doing that. We're doing it differently. And let me tell you, these other countries, you're way past us. You already went through this once. And if you've got a country that's willing to go through it again, then you've probably lost the knowledge that led you to believe, or led you to the laws and led you to the country that you have now. And maybe that's why you're being infected with this bad behavior and this bad government system and this bad law. And I wouldn't even call it lawless. It's a void of moral and ethical application of knowledge. When you've got people that no longer use their morals and ethics to build a business, you have a country that is scary, like really scary. And I wish that this would be something that was just, in a small corner of the United States, like the drug dealers and the gang members, and that those were a very small portion of people that were learning lessons the hard way and that everybody else was staying in the lines. That's not true anymore. Even in Provo, Utah, where it's highly Mormon people, they may not have the coffee shops and the liquor stores and the bars and the some of the other major stuff, but they have more candy stores and more high pure sugar type stores than any place here in the United States. So no town is escaping it. No, there's no area that is saying, you have to morally and ethically use that knowledge in order to have a business, and that every town should have, a certain amount of stores that are selling things that only come from that town, that are supporting those workers in that town, making their dishes and their plates and their silverware and their tools. Each town should have a base of knowledge and skill set that they're actually utilizing to run that town. That no longer happens here. I don't know if that's just with our country, but nothing that is in my house is US made anymore. We're just basically everything that we're relying on in our homes, including our homes and what our homes were made with, almost all of it's coming from overseas. So if you're thinking that you're going to have lots of jobs over here, that you're going to have lots of skill sets and lots of learning to do, that's not happening over here anymore. I'm sorry, but we stopped doing it. We fell for the other stuff that's coming from overseas is cheaper, so let's do that. There was a request for everybody to do American-made products for a while. That didn't happen, and U.S. companies ended up leaving. They couldn't support their business because they didn't have the support, and they couldn't compete with what our government had done as far as keeping prices of imported goods really low and lower than what people were making here in the United States. So because of that, we lost our skill set. We lost a lot of our companies. We lost a lot of our the knowledge, and even the ability to do those things anymore is obsolete. For example, the computer chip cards for cars, nobody made them here. Not one company. It's something that every single person in America has as a car. We didn't have the skill set to even make one car here because we didn't have the computer chips for the cars. So please do not look at our country as being, this is what we need to look like. This is what we need to be like. We're crashing, and we're crashing really hard in slow motion. And if you pay attention in any degree whatsoever, you'll find that. So.